friends, welcome to Science with me. My name is Dr. Erica and today I have my sidekick Georgia with me. We are going to make some egg rocks and some mineral rocks as we learn the difference between rocks and minerals. Minerals are usually things made out of gems. They're these beautiful things that are made out of one naturally occurring thing. And so, like, for example, salt. Sodium chloride is sort of one thing that builds a crystal. Borax is another thing that's going to build a crystal. It's one thing, so that will make a mineral. And if you mix a bunch of different things together, that makes a rock. And we have some flour to make some rock. So what you'll need today is you'll need the things you want to make crystals out of. Salt, borax, alum, cream of tartar. Those are all great plans. A little flour so that we can make our rock. You need some eggshells that are empty. So these are just old eggshells that we got. We have a bowl because we're going to make some really hot water. You need a little bit of Elmer's glue, food dye if you want colors. We've got some spoons to mix with, some paint brushes for our glue, and then we have a measuring spoon. And that's about all we need. We also have this little guy for us for a holder. So if you want to be able to hold these guys upright, that will be very, very helpful. All right, so our patrons, you guys have our instruction sheet on what we need to do, and we will go through that together with Georgia right now. So the first thing you would do, if you don't have eggshells, is crack your eggs. Keep the eggs for something fun, maybe even to make something like cookies. And we'll talk about some rock cookies. And then what we're gonna do is you're gonna take some glue, and you're gonna put it into your eggshell, and you're gonna paint it all around the eggshell. So I'm gonna put some glue on mine, and then Georgia, here's some glue for you. And you're gonna use a paintbrush, and you're gonna paint it all over that eggshell. And this is gonna be so that we can add some crystals onto our eggshell. These crystals that we're gonna add are gonna be the same crystal that you decide to put in there. So if you're gonna use salt, add salt over this glue that we're painting on. If you're gonna add borax onto it. And the reason why we do this is it acts as seed crystals. It acts as a starting point for your crystals as they begin to dry. And it gives you really, really nice crystals. They kind of grow a little bit bigger because they have something to start on. So I'm going to use borax for this one. So now that I've painted the glue on the inside, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of borax crystals in here. All right, and then we'll set that aside for now as we finish doing our other ones. And we've got our salt crystals on one side and our borax crystals on the other. So Georgia can choose what kind she would like to make. And then I'm going to do it for another egg. You can make as many of these as you would like. So again, just the glue inside the egg, and then we'll just paint it on. It doesn't need to be a lot of glue.
Well, a little bit.
Yeah, it could be, you just need a nice little layer of glue. I'll do another salt one, so we'll have even amounts.
No, you just did a salt?
I just did borax. Now I've got 2 salts, and with yours, 2 borax ones. Would you like to do the last one, Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. All right, so we just need a little bit of glue in here. Georgia just heard our owls.
There's a mice that got trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have a trapped mouse that we're hoping we get to see the owls come eat. All right, so this one is for Georgia. So now that we have our eggshells prepared, we are gonna make the solution to add to those eggshells. The solution's pretty easy. It's gonna be a 2 to 1. You want really, really hot water. And it'll be 2 tablespoons of hot water to 1 tablespoon of whatever crystal you are making or mineral that you are making for the minerals. And you'll notice the minerals are really easy because it's just one item we're putting in. So we'll do 2 tablespoons of hot water and 1 tablespoon of, let's say, salt. And the hot water makes it so that we can do something called super saturate. We can add more salt crystals into this water than we should be able to normally.
I put way too much borax.
And as this liquid evaporates throughout the day, what's going to happen is we're going to get salt crystals that form inside of our eggshells. So we got to mix it up really, really good.
This much?
Oh,
Did I I
That's
felt
okay.
that much mud.
So you got hot water, and we're gonna mix it up. No, that's perfect. Why don't you put it in to dry for our borax? Yep, that one's on the right. So you just want to get as much salt as you can in there. It might not all go into liquid, but you want to get as much. You want to really stir it up. And this just super saturates that solution. It gives you a lot of salt in there so that as the water cools, the salt has to come out. Are you ready? You want here. All right, George is going to do the salt one. I am going to do one for borax.
Oh,
Look at
I'm doing the borax.
Oh, George is doing the borax. All right, let me get you 2 tablespoons of hot water. And you're going to do 1 tablespoon of borax. And then you're going to use your spoon and you're going to mix it up really, really well. All right. You'll notice I still have some salt on the bottom of mine, and that's okay. I'm just going to keep mixing as much as I can. I really want to get as much salt as I can into that tiny amount of liquid. And the reason why I did so little liquid is our eggs are kind of small. So I didn't want to make a ton of liquid to have to just throw it out. All right, a lot of this salt has gone into solution. Now when we take it out, we're gonna try to use it without the crystals. So we'll tilt it to the side and we'll spoon in some of this liquid that doesn't have our crystals in it. So I'm gonna pull this over. These are our salt eggs and our borax eggs. And then we have this extra one, which, you know what, I'm gonna paint real fast. And this will be our rock one, so I'll put some flour in this one. This guy can go right in the middle. We'll put some flour and we'll show you how to make our rock eggs in just a minute.
I'm gonna
keep that one to the side.
Clear water.
Oh yeah, George's is nice clear water. Now when it's all as much dissolved as you think you can get it dissolved, so when it's super duper saturated, you can choose a color. I'm gonna do blue, I think. Or actually I might do, I'll try like purple or something. Let's see if I can do a blue plus a red. You can color it now if you'd like to.
Blue and red don't make purple, do they?
Blue and red? Yeah, they make purple. But let's see what color this makes. Ooh, it makes green. Oh wait, I thought blue and red made purple.
I thought blue and pink.
No, maybe. So if you'd like to color yours, you can, Georgia. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take spoonfuls without the salt crystals, okay? So you wanna sort of tilt it on the side so you don't get those crystals. And you're gonna spoon that in to your eggs.
This is as good as I can get it.
Great. So if you wanna color it, you can color it. And we're just gonna spoon it into our eggs. And as I spoon it, I'm sort of making sure I don't get the crystals.
So
there.
that's green?
It was green.
I'm gonna do
I thought blue and yellow made green.
blue and yellow too.
I know. So I'm a little surprised by this green. All right. So there's my 2 eggs. These are going to be salt mineral eggs. Salt is a mineral. Georgia is making our borax mineral eggs. So she is stirring in some of her food coloring right now.
It made chunks.
Ooh, interesting. It's made some chunks for her. She's going to stir it up really, really good. And the last one we're going to make is our rock egg. Now I can use this extra salt for my rock egg.
I have a little bit of green.
No, because my green has salt in it. Yeah. So to make our rock eggs, I'm going to use everything that we've used so far. So I'm going to put a little bit of water. So I'm going to do my 2 tablespoons of water in here. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of borax. I've got some salt in there, so I don't need to add more salt.
I might need a bowl for this.
And then I'm going to do a tablespoon of flour to make my rock eggs, maybe a little more than a tablespoon of flour. I'm going to mix this all up. Now this is multiple types of minerals all mixed together. And so when you have multiple minerals mixed together, that's when you get a rock instead of a mineral. That's really the difference. I'm going to mix it up really nicely. And I'm going to put this, I think I'll color this one red. We'll have a red, actually I'm going to leave it gray because it's already sort of a natural gray and rocks are pretty gray. And then I'm going to just fill up my egg, my rock egg, with this rock juice. And we can see what happens and the differences of what happens between them, between our rocks and minerals. All right. Yep, so do the best you can to get as much liquid as you can. Beautiful. Georgia's doing a great job. And then once we have our eggs filled up, we're just gonna wait. So 3 to 5 days, it's gonna start to evaporate. If you use alum, which you can buy at your grocery store, it's gonna go really, really fast. So that comes in maybe an hour or so. Oh, Georgia got some crystals. Let's try to get not our crystals. So what we can do is if we tilt it to the side, you can sort of scoop it out with less crystals. Like that. The borax is a little tricky, isn't it? That's okay. There we go.
It just means it goes faster.
Or maybe we could even pour it like this. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. And we're going to leave all the extra sludge out. And so what we'll see is we'll watch our crystals grow. You want to put this somewhere where it's not going to get bonked too much. And then we can look at the big difference between our minerals, which are on the outside, and our rock. So our minerals are made of one thing. We did salt and we did borax. Our rock is made up of multiple types of minerals. We had salt and borax, and we added some flour too. So when we mix all these different minerals together, we get rocks. That is the big difference between rocks and minerals. And if you want, you can actually do a really tasty treat with this, where you make cookies. Choose your favorite type of cookies, and the individual ingredients in your cookies, think to yourself, would it be the rocks or the minerals? Are the individual ingredients rocks or minerals? When they're all by themselves, what do you think, Georgia?
I think rocks.
Ooh, so let's go over this. So our minerals are on the outside. Did we have more than one thing in this one? What was in this guy?
Borax.
Well, this one's a mineral. So what's inside? What did you add inside this? We added water and
Borax.
borax, yeah. So this one has water and borax, and this one has water and
Salt.
so when it's just like one item, it's a mineral, and this one has water and salt and borax and flour, and this one is a rock. So when we make our cookies, what do you think the individual ingredients by themselves are?
Borax.
Well, yeah, we don't want to add borax, and don't add borax in cookies. But like if we're making cookies, what would the sugar be when it's sugar by itself? It would be a rock or a mineral. Is it mixed up or is it all by itself?
Mixed up.
The sugar's all by itself. When we take it out, it's all by itself, so it's a mineral. And then when we mix it together with the flour and the eggs and the butter, then it becomes a... What's it become?
Rock.
It becomes rock. Yeah, so you can make rock cookies where the individual ingredients are your minerals and your overall cookie is your rock, which is a lot of fun too. It's a tasty way to go over rocks and minerals. All right, so we will keep you guys updated with how our crystals are looking. Hopefully you grow some amazing and gorgeous crystals for your collection, and we will see you guys around for the rest of our geology unit. Have a great one. Bye, friends.